No one in that restaurant had ever remembered her name. They remembered the wine they ordered. They remembered the dishes they loved. They remembered the piano melodies every evening. But no one remembered the girl who carried trays past them hundreds of times. Her name was Elena. And that night, everything changed. The restaurant Lumiere was always perfect. Warm golden lights reflected on the polished wooden floor. Glasses clinked softly. And at the center stood a grand piano. Music was the soul of that place. But that night, it was silent. "Hasn't the pianist arrived yet?" The manager checked his watch for the 5th time. No one answered. The silence spread like a crack. The guests began to notice. The atmosphere felt incomplete. No one said it out loud, but everyone felt it. This restaurant was losing its soul. Elena stood in the corner holding a tray of wine. She heard everything. The discomfort, the emptiness. And also, the voice she had tried to forget for years. She used to play the piano, a long time ago. When life was simple, when her father was still healthy, when their small home was still filled with music every evening. He used to say, music isn't about playing fast, it's about saying what you cannot say. Then one day, he fell ill. The money ran out, and the piano disappeared from that home forever, along with a part of Elena. We need someone to play. Anyone. The manager's voice pulled her back to the present. No one stepped forward. No one dared. Her heart began to race. A thought appeared, then faded, then returned. Before she could think any further, she had already stepped forward. "Sir, I can try." The manager looked at her, a waitress, fragile, quiet, unnoticed. "You?" he asked, half doubtful. Elena nodded. "Just something simple. There were no other options." "Fine, but keep it simple." She put the tray down, her hands trembled slightly, and she walked toward the piano she had avoided for so many years. When she sat down, the room wasn't completely silent, but no one expected anything. Just a waitress, playing a few notes to fill the space. Elena closed her eyes, took a breath, placed her hands on the keys. The first note rang out, soft, slow, careful. No one noticed. Guests kept talking, glasses kept clinking, everything stayed the same. But then, another note, slightly different, slightly deeper. Her fingers began to remember movements that had been asleep for years were waking up. The melody changed, no longer simple, no longer just filling the silence. One person stopped talking, another looked up. "Is that still the same song?" Elena didn't hear. She wasn't there anymore. She was in the old room again, sunlight through the window, her father beside her, smiling. "Don't think, feel." And she did. The music rose, not in volume, but in emotion. There was sadness, there were memories, there was loss, and there was hope. The entire restaurant began to fall silent. No one asked for it, no one commanded it, but everyone was listening. A fork paused midair, a glass was set down, someone quietly wiped away a tear. "Who is she?" No one answered. Because at that moment, Elena was no longer just a waitress. She was a story. She was memory. She was music. The melody rose one final time, strong, brilliant, alive. Then, it softened, slowed down, and ended. Silence, complete silence, 1 second, 2 seconds, clap. One person stood, then another, then all of them. Applause erupted. The entire restaurant rose to their feet. No one sat, no one spoke. There was only recognition. Elena opened her eyes, stunned. For the first time, she was no longer invisible. The manager stepped closer. His eyes had changed. "Tomorrow, will you play again?" She hesitated, then nodded. That night, as she stepped outside, the cold air touched her skin. But inside, she had never felt warmer. She looked up at the sky, and for the first time in years, she understood something. Music had never left her. It was only waiting for her to return.